Hello all my dear students, welcome back to ICSE Prudence Coaching. In today's video we are going to start with this
Question number 6.
of with the photographer. In the previous videos we have already completed with the topic about the story, about the author, summary of the story, character analysis of photographer and narrator,
And also the answers of question number 1 till 5.
So my dear students, if you haven't yet watched those videos, you will get the link of the videos in the description.
As we have completed till question number 5 in the previous video, today we are going to start with question number 6. Question number 6 has several parts and those questions are based on a given extract. So let us go through the extract first, based on which we need to answer the given questions. So let us go through the extract. The photographer rolled a machine into the middle of the room and crawled into it from behind. He was only in it a second, just time enough for one look at me, and then he was out again, tearing at the cotton seat and the window panes with a hooked stick, apparently frantic for light and air. Then he crawled back into the machine again and drew a little black cloth over himself. This time he was very quiet in there. I knew that he was praying and I kept still. When the photographer came out at last, he looked very grave and shook his head. Question number 1. What does the photographer want to do with the machine? Who has asked him to do that and why? Answer. The photographer wants to click a photograph of the subject with the machine. The narrator has come to his studio and asked to click a photo as a memento mori. Next question. Why does the photographer remain inside the machine just for a second? What does it suggest about the photographer? Answer. The photographer remained inside for a second to look at the narrator from inside the camera. This suggests that, like an artist, he had preconceived notion of beauty. He did not like what he saw, so he stepped out to rectify it. Next question. When the photographer entered into the machine for the second time, why does he remain there for a long time than before? Why does the narrator think that he was praying? Answer. The photographer remains inside the machine for a longer time during his second entry because he must have been thinking about how to go about taking a photograph. He is likely adjusting the process or equipment to ensure the photographs develop properly. The narrator believes he was praying because he is taking such a long time. The quietness and the solemn atmosphere make narrator think he was praying. Next question. Why does the photographer look very grave? What does he say after this extract about the narrator? How does the narrator react? Answer. He appeared very grave as he was unhappy with the features of the narrator's face. He considered the eyes, ears, mouth, etc. to be no good for taking a photograph. He also thought that the narrator's arrival was a kind of intrusion in his privacy. He was keen to give an animated look to the narrator's supposedly plain appearance. He looked grave as he was dissatisfied with the narrator's looks. After this extract, the photographer criticized the narrator's looks and humiliated him. He said, I don't like the head. The ears are bad. I don't like the face. Next, the narrator was both angry and sad to learn the views of the photographer about his face. He thought that the face belonged to him, whether good or otherwise. He did not see any fault in it and seemed contented with what he thought was God's gift. He felt that his face belonged to him and he had been born with it. Now he owned it and had no other option but to accept himself as he was. Next question. What do you think about the photographer from his activities in this extract? Give reasons to support your answer. Answer. The photographer is a seriously looking man who is focused on people's face. He seems to have a very strong idea of what he considers to be attractive, and he is not afraid to criticize people whose faces do not meet his standards. For example, he tells Leacock that his face is twisted and bad, and that his ears are too large. He also tells another customer that her nose is too long and that her mouth is too wide. It is clear that the photographer takes his job very seriously. He believes that he is an expert on facial beauty and he is not afraid to share his opinions with others. He also seems to be very proud of his skills as a photographer. He tells Leacock that he has taken thousands of photographs and that he has never had a bad one. He is also very focused on physical appearances and he seems to have a very narrow definition of what he considers to be attractive. Now let us conclude with the last question based on this particular given extract. What do you think about the photographer from his activities in this extract? Give a reason to support your answer. Answer. The photographer appears obsessive or fixated on altering the narrator's appearance to conform to the standards and notions of beauty. This is evident from his frantic actions of tearing at the cotton sheets and window panes. This suggests a deep-seated commitment to his perception of beauty even to the point of desperation. So my dear students, with this we come to the end of this particular video. In the next video we are going to start with the next question. Till then, take care. Bye bye.